Hey guys, this is ICCE523, and I'm on Rockton today because I haven't been on Rockton in quite a while. So, just felt like doing that. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys lately, asking why the links to the North Syracuse buses are not working. And that is because I did an update to the North Syracuse pack, which means I took down the old link and I haven't had a chance to post the new one yet, so that's what this video is going to be. Um, so it's not a huge update. There's really only two things that I did to the buses. But without further ado, here we go. So the first one, and I think I talked about this a little bit in my modding video a few weeks ago that I was going to do this. Just spawned a 2014 because why not? I I redid the reflective tape on all the buses. Yes, it's still on the skins because I didn't feel like going through 140 skins and taking it off, but I just put it over so you really can't see the old skins anymore. Well, the reflective tape on the old skins because it's all covered up by the new reflective tape. And so you can see there's reflective tape on it. You can't really tell a whole lot of difference in the middle of the day. If you try kind of look up from the bottom, you can kind of see that the reflectivity change is different from the rest of the bus. Which is basically what I did. I made well, I'll go into that later. But yeah, the reflectivity on the reflective tape is different than the bus body, which is what makes it look more realistic. You can really see it a lot better when you turn it into night mode. So now, when you put the light on it, there you go. That's the good stuff. So I actually wasn't expecting this to come out quite as good as it did, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. So I was pretty happy with that. Another small change I made, I redid the flare binding on the school bus sign. It's not quite as bright anymore, which I think makes it a little more realistic. You can actually see the three original flares in there that I had before. So I think that looks a little better. So I'm going to turn the light back on. Now, as you as you probably know, the older buses have darker reflective tape that more closely matches the body of the bus. So I'll spawn a 2006, not 460 because you've all seen 460. Let's do 466 because why not? So this didn't come out quite as good as I was hoping. Well, I'm not looking at it now, and it's actually pretty good. The thing is, when you put the light on it, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between this and the new stuff there over on 560. Especially when you turn the light off. Yeah, now you can hardly tell a difference. Which I guess isn't really necessary because when it's reflecting, you can't really tell the base color anyway. So I guess that's not that big of a deal. It did change these older ones have the backlit school bus signs, so they're a little different. Did change that one too. It's a little bit dimmer. So that's that. The only I did not do the reflective tape on the roof, and the reason for that is the roof curves, and I'm not really skilled enough in Blender to be able to follow those curves exactly, so I didn't think it would come out very good. I might try to mess around with it a little bit, but for now, you're not going to see those reflect at all. Which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. So, how did I do that? Well, it's basically the first thing I did is I made a Blender file for the reflective tape, and this is it right here. I opened one of my buses, and then I used the model of the bus for the placing of the reflective tape, and then I deleted the bus and saved this as a separate mesh. Then I took it all and I created a UV mapping, which is down here. So basically this tells you what texture is going to go where. So if I want to see where this texture is going to be, it's going to show up right there. So then I copied that and made a skin for it, which is right here. If it'll open. There we go. So there's my reflective tape skin. See, I put the emergency exit up there, which didn't come out as great as I wanted it to, but it's alright. And then there's the other one for the old one. Come on. There we go. Finally. Okay, so that's that. Cut. I forgot the freaking most important part of this. Like, there's no point in even making a separate mesh with reflective tape if you can't do this part. Like, this is the coolest part about this project, and I completely forgot to put it in the original video. So, anyway, now that you're all paying attention again, here's what we did. If you go into one of my truck files, which... if I go in here, it should be in here. Truck files, yay. 2013, why not? So, you scroll down here, manage materials, and here is that material, tape, tape.jpg, that's the skin for it that I made. But here's the important part, tape spec. So, what I learned how to do is that this spec right here determines the reflectivity of your material. So, most of this stuff is set to C2 spec 3, which is this one right here. It's just black, just a black square. And then you have... I don't think I have it saved on my desktop here, but if you just make that a white square, that's going to be chrome spec. That's like fully reflective. So what I did is when I made tape spec, I just made it gray. So it's not hugely reflective, but it's more reflective than just having it black. So you're going to be able to notice the difference between the black, which is for the bus body, and the gray, which is for the reflective tape. So when you're putting your material in manage materials and you want it to reflect a little bit more than some of the other materials in there, just give it a spec and then put that spec somewhere on the scale from black to... somewhere on the gray scale from black to white. And if you want it to reflect more, put it closer to white, and if you want it to reflect less, you can put it closer to black. So yeah, that's that. Don't forget that part, because that's like the most important thing here. I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, back to our originally scheduled program. Back into the game here. And then the other change here is, yes, it is that time of the year when North Syracuse gets 10 new buses. And, so that has been incorporated into the pack. We now have 2019 CEs, except, wait a second, there's not 10 buses here, there's 12. 616 to 627, that is 12 buses. Why do we have 12 buses instead of 10? Well, the mechanics at NSCSD were finally able to convince the rest of the district that the 2012 CEs with the Max Force DT suck, and they sold all 10 of those. So 531 to 540 are all gone. 541 to 542, they are going to keep running, but all of the 10 full-size 2012 Max Force DTs are gone. They sold them early, they're out of warranty, they're having too many issues with them, so they are gone. So because of that, they bought 2 more buses than usual, so we have 12 full-size buses instead of 10. So the 2019 CEs are numbered 616 through 627. I'll spawn 623 because why not? It's 100 above 523, so of course it's got sort of a special place in my heart. Now I actually haven't seen these buses in person yet. As I mentioned before, I don't live in North Syracuse anymore, so I have not had a chance to see these buses. I'm assuming that they are the same as the 2018s. So if that turns out not to be the case, I'll have to make some changes to these. I am planning on going back for a visit sometime around Christmas, so I might be able to do a garage visit then and see one of them in person. We'll see. So for right now, at least, this is a 2018 CE with new numbers on it. Cummins engine, all that fun stuff. So yeah, 12 new buses for you to play around with, which is pretty cool. Next year's buses are not going to be Cummins. They're actually going to, at least from what I've heard before, they're going to be going with the gas-powered engines. So that'll be interesting. I'll have to see figure out how I'm going to do that. But I've got a year to figure it out. If you're interested, the old buses, which I haven't seen all of them up there yet, but they're listed on buscrazy.net. You just search for 2012 CEs, you'll see them in there. I've seen 531 through 536 up there. I think I saw 538 too, so I don't think they've all been posted yet. But they are up there. If you're interested in buying one, they are currently listed for $35,895. Which is a lot higher than normal. Our buses usually only sell for maybe 2,000 or 3,000, but we also usually don't get rid of buses when they're only like 7 or 8 years old. Alright, so that is that. As usual, feel free to download and enjoy. Do whatever you want. And I have not forgotten about the modding series. I've just, the past couple of weeks have been pretty busy with vacations and other stuff. But I am going to try to get back to that. We'll see. Maybe I'll do another video later today or tomorrow. The next episode is going to be sounds, so if that's something you're interested in seeing, then definitely stay tuned. And I will see you later. Thanks for watching.